Brainrot has been spreading like a wildfire these past few years. More people know about 6-7 than current world events, despite us having all the information at our fingertips. We are in a constant war against Brainrot since it's so easy to give in and join in the crowd, which is why I'm here to propose a solution to this problem. And that solution is literally just self-education. Yeah, I know it sounds simple, but hear me out. Why should you be giving your attention to these videos and trends for free when you can actually just be learning a new skill, obtaining a new hobby, or maybe even finishing that book that you said you were going to finish a year ago? Also, you could be building fruitful relationships that will help you in the long term, since many of us are pretty lonely. But before we get into any of that, we first have to know how to combat brain rot. And in order to do that, we first have to understand what brain rot really is. Firstly, the term brain rot means a decline in mental clarity and cognitive function caused by excessive consumption of low quality, addictive, and repetitive short form content. It's basically watching content that lets your brain just turn off. Content that doesn't require much intellectual thought or any level of intellectual understanding. And like many say, your brain's a muscle. What you don't use, you lose. Also, another interesting thing that I recently found that applies to people that use AI on a daily basis is that people that rely heavily on AI tools experience less cognitive development, since AI can basically give you the answers to pretty much everything, either your homework, answers to simple problems that take little to no brain power to solve, or even to find out what you want to do on a weekend. This is because people with high cognitive development are usually forced to use advanced problem-solving skills and advanced intellectual functioning to get whatever solution they would need to seek. While nowadays, you don't really have to do any of that. You can just type in your problem or even screenshot it and insert it into ChatGPT and bang, you got your answer. Most of the time. AI really isn't that bright yet, but it's bright enough to help you turn your brain off every now and then. Now, this brings me to my solution, self-education. Why self-education, you might ask? Well, if you recall to what I said about cognitive development, in order to be able to achieve a higher level of intellect, you first have to put yourself in uncomfortable situations, like maybe learning a new language or obtaining a new hobby, like I said earlier, or something simple like replacing scrolling with reading. That's like the most simple thing you can do. But the possibilities for self-education are pretty much endless. It's like you can either choose to learn a piano, learn how to draw, and any skill that you can really think of. And some of y'all might be asking, why not just go to school or buy a course? And to be honest, that's a valid point. You can just hire a coach or go to school. But self-education is more accessible since it's pretty much free. All the resources are out there online, especially nowadays that we have an infinite amount of resources online, which could literally keep us busy for the rest of our lives. And now let's get into the framework that allows you to stick with it actually and not just give up on the third day. Especially since at the start, it can really be daunting due to the amount of resources out there. So firstly, I want you to think about anything that interests you, anything that comes to mind, either if it's something simple as baking, maybe some sport, soccer, basketball, or maybe even music. Just think about something that interests you, that grabs your attention. Maybe a form of content that you like to consume while scrolling. A good example of mine would probably be art. I really love to draw. I've always liked to draw since I was a kid, but it has always been a struggle to actually stick with it and commit to it and actually become better. And once you pick up your topic that really interests you, I want you to try to branch into that niche. So for example, me, art, either I could learn how to draw, I could learn how to paint, or maybe even digital art. And lastly, the best piece of advice I could just give to anyone that could apply to anyone is just keep it simple. Don't bite off more than you can chew, since it will overwhelm you instantly and want you to go back to the old habits like scrolling, because you don't really have to do much thinking with scrolling. You just scroll, haha, laugh. So I basically just want you to take everything slowly. Don't try to master this skill as quickly as you can, especially if your main dopamine source is scrolling, since it's not sustainable, especially if you go to school, or trigger warning, have a job. Now, to finish this off properly, some setbacks that you should really try to avoid that I really struggled with was mainly burnout. And what I have found that really works is literally just switching it up. And what I mean by that is like, try something else, try a new hobby, find something else to interest you. Because focusing on one thing nowadays is really hard, especially since many of us have TikTok brain. Also, another thing, truly love the process. Learn to love it. It's gonna be a struggle at first. It's gonna be a lot of friction. And of course, it's gonna be a lot of setbacks that I'm not mentioning here. And the amount of friction that you're gonna feel once you struggle for one day or lose your streak is gonna be immense. but I want you to really stick with it and not give up. Your old self will always try to pull you back in because it's uncomfortable. It's not normal for us to experience that much change so quickly. So truly lock in and try implementing all this advice that hopefully resonated with you. And as you progress in your journey, don't mind commenting down any helpful tips that helped you. And maybe consider subscribing as we progress in this game that we call life. So just good luck, and I'll see you in the next one.